Okay, so let's talk about something, a really simple idea that honestly can change pretty much everything. Your energy, your drive, your happiness. And it all boils down to one thing: who you choose to spend your time with.
And this whole thing, it all kicked off from this, a single highlighted page in a book. It's just such a great reminder, right? That the biggest, most life-changing ideas, they're not always complicated. Sometimes they're just sitting there, waiting for us to pay attention.
And at the absolute heart of it is this quote from Oprah Winfrey. It sounds simple enough, but what does it actually mean to be lifted higher? And why is this one piece of advice so important?
Well, that brings us to our first big idea here: the power of proximity. It's this simple, unavoidable truth that the people you're closest to physically and emotionally have a real and often huge impact on your life.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The conversations you have, the attitudes you're around, the goals you hear people talking about, all of that stuff just kind of seeps in. It literally starts to shape how you think. The people around you are either making you believe that more is possible, or they're kind of quietly reinforcing your limits.
So to make this idea really stick, let's use a metaphor. I want you to think of your social circle as your own personal social thermostat. And this gets right to the heart of it. It's the one question you have to ask yourself. When you think about your motivation, your passion, are the people in your life turning up the heat? Are they making you feel fired up and ready to go? Or are they bringing that temperature down, leaving you feeling kind of lukewarm about your own future? And you can really see the two sides so clearly here. On the one hand, you've got the energy givers. These are the people who inspire you, the ones who are genuinely happy for you when you win. You finish a conversation with them and you just feel better, more capable. And then you've got the energy takers. They're always focused on the negative, they don't seem to care much when you succeed, and honestly, just being around them can leave you feeling totally wiped out.
All right, so we get it. We want to find people who raise our temperature. But what does that actually look like in real life? Let's get really practical and break down who these people actually are.
And this is so important. Someone who lifts you higher isn't just a yes man. No way. They're the ones who challenge you, but in a good way. They believe in you, sometimes more than you believe in yourself, and it shows up in these really specific ways. They celebrate with you without a hint of jealousy, and they'll give you honest feedback because they actually want to see you grow.
And you know what? All of this leads to the most empowering part of this whole idea. This isn't about luck. This isn't something that just happens to you. You're in the driver's seat. It's about making a conscious decision.
Let's go back to that book we started with. It calls this one of the best decisions of your life. Just let that sink in for a second. This choice, it's not just a small social tweak. It's a foundational decision for the kind of life you actually want to live.
So how do we actually do this? It's pretty simple, really. Just 3 steps. First, assess. Just take a real, honest inventory of who's in your circle. Second, identify the impact. After you hang out with them, how do you feel? Energized or drained? You gotta trust your gut on this one. And third, adjust. You consciously decide to invest more of your time, your most precious resource, with the people who fill you up.
And look, let's be really clear. This is not about being ruthless and cutting everyone off. It's about curation. It's like you're the curator of a museum, and that museum is your life. You get to consciously decide who gets a front row seat, who you trust with your ideas, and who gets to be part of your inner circle.
So I'm gonna leave you with this final thought. You've probably heard that old saying, right? That you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If that's even a little bit true, take a look around at your own circle, the people influencing you every single day. The question isn't just who are you with, the real question is, who are you becoming?